What's poppin' people, it's your boy Shaq, aka Black Goku, and today we're here with another glorious, yet kind of bittersweet episode reaction to ReZero Season 3. I know this is the last one for the core. It sucks. Like, when we think about it, so, like, the entire runtime of Season 3 so far, let me move my phone, has been, technically this is the 8th episode, but if you count the first episode being 3 pseudo episodes, well, wait. It was like an hour 30. So technically that'd be like more than a couple episodes. So this would probably equate to at least 12 episodes for a core, you know, given like the length of the first episode. But man, it's gonna suck. We're not gonna get any more ReZero until February, but you guys already know how it goes. I'm bricked up, you're bricked up. Let's stay bricked up together and watch ReZero Season 3, Episode 8. And we got a 23-minute. Oh, I hope we don't get an opening.
じゃあ、ラインハルト君たちも集まってくれたとこで、魔女教の4つの要求について話そうか。
It's so crazy because like the current stuff that's happening in the web novel. Oof, okay. Gotta lock in for this.
だが H の書は
H の書か。そんなものが実在するんだろうか。
すみません。
Oh.
H の書ですが、この年にそれを持ち込んだのは。
Damn, Auto. Yo, come on. Are we gonna get OP? Nope. Okay, sweet. Yes, no OP. He's just saying it so casually.
H の書とは魔女教徒が所有する福音書の原書にあたる本だそうです。
Now, it's not the prototype of the Gospels. Theirs is a prototype of that.
はい。ただ、僕が入手した時点で、ほとんど焼けてしまって使い物にならなかったので、今は修復するために復元師に預けています。
I'm actually a little surprised that Roswell didn't try and like look for it, but with all the shit going on at the time.
これ以上は陣営内部の問題ですから。
突っ込んだことはよう聞かんけど、
Yeah, it's none of your business,
魔女教の
motherfucker.
探し物全部あることは分かった。
とはいえ、どれも彼らに渡すことはできない。
But then again, how would the witch cult know other than their Gospels?
それじゃ連中が欲しがっとるもん。ほとんど兄ちゃんらのところの
True?
もんやないか。
それを言うなよ。分かってんだから。
Liliana, this motherfucker. Crazy obsessed with everything about you. Sorry, crazy. Oh shit. Priscilla.
わらわがこうして直々に足を運んだに決まっておろう。ボング。
Oh my god. Damn. Oh my god, bro. He was like, Princess, I was so worried. The only time Al gets so excited, bro.
あるよ、貴様。わらわに供することもせず、凡族どもと戯れておるとは何事
It's not his fault, bro.
せるとも、わらわに探させるなど不心得にも程があったがな。申し訳ありませんであります。
A little short.
プリシラ様。
有言実行しやがったのが、ほんと大した行動力だよ。
さっきのブサイクな放送じゃが、あれは貴様の声であったな。
The ugly broadcast.
そう気を張るな。結果に対してわらわはフェアである。ならば、わらわに逃げよと申すのか？ある。だとしたら、心得違いも甚だ。
Oh man, I can't say anything, bro. But novel readers, y'all with me, man. God, man, Arc 9 is cooking right now. I'm caught up now, by the way.
僕が聖域で H の書の燃え残りを回収したのは。
ってことは、ロゼワールの方の本か。
はい。僕が内容を確かめたかったのも。
I mean, is he even able to see the contents of it?
僕はメイザース辺境博を全く信用していません。何か時間差で仕掛けていたとしたら。
Set something up on a
従っ
delay.
ていたなら本に企みが書かれている。この先の局面できっとそれが役立つ時が来る。
I wonder how far into the future the Tome of Wisdom explains stuff to him.
が欲しかった。だから H の書の復元
Or does it like write as it goes?
勝手なことをしてすみませんでした。
話は分かった。本のことも納得だ。
His leg is still bloodied and battered, but I guess there's no time to really clean or shower or do anything.
島の攻略が最優先だ。そっちに戦力は避けないんだぞ。
この危険な都市で 牽制まで連れて帰ってきた実績をお忘れですか？
Yeah, I mean, we gotta realize that Otto's most likely gonna be the one to survive if anything goes crazy. Except in that one loop, season 1.
申し訳ありません。
そんなこと。
Oh shit, is this when he talks about his
今しがた目を覚まされました。
Cruche?
まだ予断を許さぬ状態ではありますが、スバル殿を呼んでほしい。
Oh shit. So much blood.
スバルキュン。絶対無理はさせないで。
Damn, I wonder how bad it is. Oof.
スバル様。
Damn.
苦しい格好で。
Oh my
申し訳
god.
ありません。
Oh,
そんなことはない。
dude.
これが俺と同じ竜の血の呪いだってのか。
Fuck, man.
フェリス。
私と同じ血を
Oh,
聞いて。
dude, stop trying to move, Cruche.
クルシさんの方こそ。
Yo! What?
これを。
見せて。
Did it just heal him a little bit?
クルシさんの手。
Hey, yo!
まさかクルシさんの体から俺の体に移ったのか。
でも私だと何の変化もないのに。ほら、映らない。
Damn.
私には
Oh my god, this is
助けてあげられない。
this is so rough, man.
フェリスどいてろ。確かめる。
Oh my god. Oh! Oh my god! Oh.
これは
Oh, okay. Oh. Arc 7 about to be crazy.
いけません。
Subaru is so willing to sacrifice himself, bro. He doesn't care. He doesn't care, bro.
こんなのためらう理由にならねえよ。
Oh my god, I love this character, bro.
そのお気持ちは受け取れます。
This is fucking...
俺はちょっと痛いぐらい平気だ。
Dude, he is...
致命的です。
He's so willing to just do this without even hesitating, bro.
後のことは全部俺に任せておけって。
Oh my god.
私にも言ってください。後のことは全部俺に任せておけって。
大丈夫だ。ゆっくり休んでくれ。
Jesus.
スバル様。
後のことは全部
Ugh,
俺に任せてくれていいから。
man. Like, she looks so much better from just that one interaction. It's insane.
俺も行かなくちゃならねえ。
私どうしたらいいのかな。
お前の力は必要だ。今後もきっと怪我人は増え続ける。お前がいなきゃ救えない命が山ほどあるんだ。だからそれを頼む。
Oh, this is already a really good episode.
助けられないのにね。
フェリス。
ごめん、バカなこと言った。しばらく二人だけにさせて。
She's better now. I get it. You know, she's not perfect, but damn, dude, that did a lot. Now we got the black
逆
hand.
に俺が葉っぱをかけられちまいました。
Subaru's the fucking goat,
スバ
man.
ル殿。
We've identified them, right?
一人は八つ腕のクルガン、ボラキア帝国の最強の剣士。
Wallachia.
8本の腕を
Oh,
用いた豪剣の使い手です。本人は10年以上前に死んだはずですが。
死んだはずって。
そしてもう一人は、
mm.
先代の剣聖テレシア
Oh, that chokes me up a little bit.
15年前の大征伐の折、白芸に敗れて死んだはずの私の妻です。を操る禁術を扱った者がいました。その者はすでに滅んでいますが、問題はその禁術。
死体を操る。
So, okay, I forgot that they mentioned this.
屍兵と呼ばれていました。
屍兵。
ラインハルトには伏せておいていただけませんか。
あいつに奥さんのことを話すなって。
Damn, dude, this shit's so fucking heavy.
牽制の加護は特別なものであることはご存知ですか。
歴代の牽制はみんな持ってて、それですごい強いみたいな漠然とした。
もう継承したラインハルトをなじった
I mean, like, yeah, I knew about this backstory, but it's still it's so hard just hearing him say it.
されたばかりの幼い孫を私は許せなかった。妻がテレシアが私に会いに来ないは
He's
ずな
gonna
ど
grab his
ありません
shoulder.
からな。
Damn, dude. Damn, this is so fucking intense.
何度も言わせるでない。わらわが4番街のフンドとやらの首を跳ねている。
Okay.
そこの歌
Priscilla versus Wrath.
いやいやいや。
He's like, why are you singing with me out?
道中避難所を巡る間、貴様の歌がどれだけ凡俗どもの
確かにこいつのバカさと歌声がフンドの剣能のカウンターに。
Her voice is stupid.
でも確信がね。
That's actually crazy.
確信か。何か確かめる手段あるか。
Oh, this is when he asked for a protection.
今授かった。
I've just been blessed.
審判の加護だよ。一目見ればその人物の持つ加護がわかる。
Damn, bro.
驚いたな。確かに彼女は電信の加護の。
Oh, wow.
歌
That's how it looks.
考えたこともなかったな。
俺はお前に驚いたわ。今授かった。
He said I just received this.
大きなことを言われても、私期待に応えられるか。
I mean, sure, it is a lot of pressure for just, you know, a random
ならば、貴
songstress.
様は先祖から面々と受け継いだ歌の敗北を認めるのじゃな。
それはどういう意味で？
五章を大事に歌い継いできた貴様のそ
Man, this shit's so good, bro. This shit's so good.
この時に縮こまって声も出ぬのだろう。いらぬわ、そのような負け。
Dude gets so mad.
そこまで言いますか？言ってしまいますか？上等ですよ。やってやりますよ。
Yep, reverse psychology.
悲しくも都市の水面に散った桐高さんの鎮魂歌でも歌う気でいましたが、やめだやめだ。
She's such a fucking
このリリ
fool.
アナにどんとお任せください。
ってことでフンドはプリシラとリリアナに任せるでいいな。
禁術で操られる剣士です。
And I wonder who's using the forbidden heart.
剣士たちということですか。
なら俺がやり合った相手は八つ腕のクルガンだ。腕が8本とあんだけの強さだ。
Oh, that. There's so much that I don't want to say or I can't say.
そして死者を恥ずかしめる屍兵の禁術は色欲の滞在司教の趣味思考に。
Y'all novel readers, y'all know like how certain things foreshadow. It's just it's crazy to see how much foreshadowing there is in this arc.
大将大将、エミリア様を助けに行くんだろ。だったら俺が。
お前がそう言ってくれんのは嬉しいし。
And it's crazy actually that there's so much foreshadowing in arc 5 to later shit that's damn. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's the end of the episode? Bro, this shit just started!
僕は反対です。
What?
今のおじい様は冷静ではありません。
男だ。平成でないことなど戦場にある私には左半時だ。14年かければ
My blade may have rusted, but it remains sharp enough to avenge my wife. Oh. Yeah, you're gonna need Reinhardt for who you're trying to go after.
お前には俺と一緒に強欲と戦ってもらいたい。無敵に最強をぶつけるっていかにも力技って感じになっちゃう。
The strongest at the invincible. And that's a lot coming from Garth.
ならば誓ってほしい。君が僕に期待するように、僕は君に期待する。互いに必ずやり遂げようと。ああ、任せとけ。君とおじい様の勝利を信じている。僕はスバルの剣になろう。
Hell yeah.
頼ってばっかで本当に悪い。 お前の足りない部分はどうにか補うから期待してて
Ooh,
くれ
that
よ。
that hand.
どうした？
なんでもないことなんだろうね、君には。ああ、期待させてもらう。僕では届かない部分を君が埋めようとしてくれることに。
I love this.
それで最後に
Oh,
残った
oh
暴食だけど
shit.
はい。暴食は私とリカードが引き受けよう。
なんや勝手に。
Who said you can volunteer me?
そしてうちとフェリスさんらが都市庁舎に
Oh yeah, because you're a
これで
non-combatant.
決まりやね。
よし、やろうぜみんな。この戦い、俺たちの勝利だ。
Oh, no ending either? Please, no ending.
驚いたな。さっきの衣装も良かったけど、花嫁衣装は格別だ。
Oh, he got that shit on him.
一お似合いの二人だよ。こうしてみると
Damn, she wearing that shit too
9番
though.
の席を開けておいたのは正解だった。
どうして
Oh, that was actually.
空席に？
それはね、以前その番号に
Oh, so he does say that he was after Fortuna.
だけど迎える前に不適切だと判断して空席にしたんだ。そのおかげで君に出会えた。
That's crazy work.
空席に。
じゃあ早速婚姻の儀を交わすとしようか。
Bro, it would be so crazy if she like remembered.
結婚の前に私からいくつか話しておきたいことがあるの。
Oh shit.
実は僕の方からも話しておきたいことがあってね。
Okay, I'm nervous.
まず第一に、僕と結婚した後、君には笑顔を禁じる。普通にしてたら可愛いし綺麗なのに、笑うとブスになる子っているじゃない。僕、あれが許せないんだよね。だから表情変化はまとめて禁止だっていろ。
それってなんだかすごく。
あのさ、もしか
Oh
して
shit.
君僕に何か文句でもあるの？これだけ君に配慮と情報をしてるのに。思いやりがわからないってことでしょ？それってつまり、僕という一個人を軽視
He's crashing out.
僕の権利の侵害だ。それは許せないな。
人の中からたった一人
I'm so quiet. I'm so fucking locked in.
それって本当にすごいことだと思うの。ねえレグルス、あなたはどうして奥さんたちを番号で呼ぶの？
呼び方にこだわるのかい？それって物事の外面にこだわるのと
Well, aren't you only fixated on appearances?
関係性だよね。
でも私、スバルにエミリアタンって呼ばれるの嫌いじゃないわ。
スバル？
Oh god, bro.
たまにエミリアって呼び捨てにされると特別な時だってすぐにわかる。それが無駄なことなんて全然思えない。
Dude, I'm so locked in. This is crazy. Oh my god,
あ
bro.
のさ、スバルって誰のこと？っていうか男の名前だよね。これから結婚しようって女の子が夫にしようって相手の
Another man's name before the man who's about to be our husband.
いくらなんでも非常識なんじゃないの？たとえ大した関わり合いのない相手でも傷つくよね。わかる？
大した関わり合いのない人なんかじゃないわ。
Uh-oh.
スバルは私
Woo! The one and only night.
私のことを好きだって言いながら名前を呼んでくれる人。
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Crash out.
動いたらそいつの首から下を消し飛ばす。
Damn! From the neck down.
言葉に気をつけて勘違いさせないように全力で配慮するんだ。僕はこの結婚式を誰かの葬儀にするつもりはない。
That's crazy work.
わかるだろう？
That's crazy work.
結婚は付き合ってる男の人と女の人がするもの。
Uh-oh. Emilia's homophobic. No, I'm just playing. I troll.
女の人として好きになるってことが分かってない。だからスバルがあんなに私のことを好きだって言ってくれてるのに、スバルが求めてる答えもそうじゃない答えも返してあげられない。それってすごくひどいことで、スバルを傷つけて困らせてるのも分かってる。
Aw. She's been giving it thought.
ってことが分かってない私だけど、きっといつか誰かのことを好きになる。私はあなたのものにはならないわ。
Ooh!
おお、そうかい。僕も君みたいな勝手な浮気女を妻にするつもりはなくなったよ。せいせいするな。
Hey, yo! Let's fucking go! He said, what the hell's up with your leg? Bro. Dude. Talk about W fucking entrances. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, my boy! Yo! Dude, that's me, Emilia, right? Oh my god. I'm here to steal your bitch! Oh my god, that was a full episode! No opening, no ending. Bro! I was nervous. Dude, that episode was so short, man. Oh my god. Okay, look. I'm not gonna make this longer than it needs to be. This is the finale of the core, so we're not gonna get any more until February, so that's gonna be tough. But I just want to just briefly talk about some stuff, because honestly, like, I am thinking about doing like a season 3 recap type of video, like everything we know up until now type of thing. So like I may not go into extreme detail like I'd want to right now, but like I may make something like that. Plus I haven't watched the break time episodes. I definitely have to check out the break time episodes for the season. And I know there's a few that had some lore drop, or at least one that had a lore drop that some anime onlys didn't know. So all right, I'm just gonna scrub through. I honestly, you know, the whole thing about Auto retrieving the Tome of Wisdom from season 2. Sorry. Oh, God, that's such like a big deal, because he's suspicious of Roswaal, even though Roswaal has like that. What is it? Is it a pact, or it's an oath? Regardless of like what the exact terminology is, he has like that seal on himself, so he's not able to go against it. And if he does, then his soul is gonna get eradicated. And you know, the same thing would have happened to Subaru if he had lost the bet in straight bet. So that's one way to, I guess, have like a little bit of insurance on Roswaal. But at the same time, I can understand where Otto comes from when he's thinking that, yeah, he may not actively do shit to harm or hurt you and Emilia, but like, it doesn't mean that he's not still scheming in the background, which is very, very well possible. Now, him going as far as to try to retrieve the Tome of Wisdom, it's like, how much does Otto know about the Tome of Wisdom and how it works? Because we, you know, as viewers, we don't know that much about like what the Tome of Wisdom is, and I don't know if they like just mistranslated that bit awkwardly and they don't realize it, but the Gospels are prototypes of the Tome of Wisdom. The Tome of Wisdom is the closest thing to the original like book that only Baeko and Roz had, that Echidna made. So suffice to say that the Gospels, they are very like loose in their, I say, interpretations and their guidance. Like, for example, the Tome of Wisdom would say, hey, you gotta be at this place, talk to this person at this time, and, you know, you gotta be wearing this, right? Just to get your desired outcome, like, or as one of the things that needs to happen to get your desired outcome. Because ultimately, that's what the Tome of Wisdom and the Gospels are. They're supposed to lead you to your most sought after like end goal, right? And for the Gospels, it would be like, hey man, show up at this place, and yeah, just show up at this place. And I'm like, oh, what time? Wednesday? Okay, all right, cool. What time? Yeah. So that's how the gospel kind of works in comparison to the Tome of Wisdom. Now, it was interesting because Subaru, by the time that he had saw Beetlejuice's tome, or sorry, not tome, the gospel, he tried to read it, but he couldn't read it. And that's because like the gospels, they're only able to be read by the people who like they're assigned to, essentially. I'm not sure how it works for the tome though. So depending on how this goes with Otto trying to get the parts of the book restored, if he'll be able to see anything, because I'm also curious if it has like the entire full thing set up and he just knows, hey, there are like all these things that I need to have done or should do, and maybe they just auto update based on like just accomplishing each goal. Like let's say he shows up at the allotted time, does the allotted thing, maybe he doesn't get the next verse or line until he's completed that, or maybe he gets like a hint to what's going to happen after. We don't know. So it's very interesting to think that Otto has any type of inclination of how this could work, because for all he knows, he could try and restore it and then not be able to read it. So then they're just like, well, fuck. But him trying to see what Roswaal would be planning to do in the future, I can understand why. You know, it's very, very plausible cause for him to like want to do something like that. And it is within Otto's like scope. You know, this is some shit that he would do because although he is on our side, he does have his ways. He has his like own little machinations. And for the most part, we see that he's always just like on the in favor of Subaru, Emilia, like the gang. You know, he's not trying to do any fuck shit, even though he may be a little bit quieter and sneaky than we'd like to, you know, acknowledge sometimes. But I digress. Priscilla coming back, you know, we already knew she was gonna be fine. Her and Liliana, like the whole like teaming up thing and like figuring out how they wanted to spread themselves up and like fight the witch cult. I think it makes sense. It is the most logical way to go about it. And no, I'm not glazing or glossing over the conversation between Wilhelm and Subaru about his wife, because yeah, sure, that was like a moment that I told you guys, you know, we were going to be expecting. And even while him like, or Wilhelm giving this just kind of update slash informing Subaru about all of this shit revolving around how his wife even passed, it's like a bit of information that he can only understand so much of how it actually impacts them, because he knows already that Reinhardt's basically the strongest, and then knowing that part of his power comes from the divine protection of the Sword Saint, it's kind of fucked to think that during this very important fight, the first like actual attempt to subjugate the white whale, before they can even really start doing shit, the power was transferred to Reinhardt like mid fucking fight. So then his wife became an ordinary woman, and she was kind of supposed to be like the one to spearhead the entire like assault. So that being it sucks to think about, because he was like, Wilhelm was the one who said, yeah, I don't want you to have to pick up the sword, I'll take up your reason for, you know, like carrying the sword. But unfortunately, he wasn't even there for it, bro. He wasn't even there to like see that shit happen. And because like that was like with the, I believe that was like he got called off on like a separate mission, and like correct me in the comments, because like I like vaguely remember like the full explanation. Plus I didn't read the EX novel for Wilhelm yet, even though I really, really want to. And real quick, the person that he referenced, okay, so for any of my people who are anime only, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I'm going to say something in the next like, I'll give you like a little warning before I say it, but this is just for like the people who have read. But it's very, very, very mild, very, very mild type of like spoiler. So just I'll just do this on screen when I'm starting to like talk about it, and then I'll like stop, and then I'll do it again when I'm done talking about it. So just look for like the little, just scrub past it. It's not that significant, but it's something that I find like super interesting. Okay. All right. So him mentioning that there was someone during like this war who was able to reanimate corpses and use them for, you know, like the fight. I know that this was referenced when I was like reading Arc 5 initially, and I thought that it was really interesting. Like, oh shit, damn, like it almost felt like a like not a throwaway line, but it just didn't feel like it would come up so prevalently later. And again, I'm trying to be vague just in case some anime onlys didn't pay heed to my little warning and they still want to like, you know, be nosy and try and see what it was about. I'm still going to be vague about it, but if you read the EX novel for Wilhelm's backstory with Teresia, and you learn more about these characters, this specific person who was reanimating them, I can see how that like just me coming fresh off of arc 7 and 8, that's like it's like this small thing that gets referenced while like some crazy shit's happening. And then just like I really wish that they would do something about like the side stories being animated, because it would just go to make the show like 10 times more like 100 times more immersive. And honestly, like there is so much they can do with it. Like honestly, they could do a season, like they can split it up into cores, and then okay, wait, actually, that's good. Sorry, I was gonna start yapping again, but I can see how they could split up the normal anime into like cores, and they can do like extended cores, right? Maybe like let's say the current one that we're in right now, it's like what November, it's like November 20th, and you know we're not gonna get anything else until February. Low key, I would be cool with them doing like a hiatus, or like you know waiting to do the next core until like maybe late March, but then during like mid to late January having like a 4 episode little EX like version, or I mean I can't say that it would be an OVA necessarily, because it would be like a canon side story, just be or they can just call it the EX series. They could just animate 4 episodes or however many episodes it would take to like encompass the entire book. It's like usually they're just like one, it's like one book, right? Like each EX novel is just like one book to my knowledge. They don't like continue into going into each other, right? Maybe. Okay, correct me in the comments, because like I don't have any of the EXs yet. I know like that there's at least like 4 of them, but I digress. I just think that it would be cool if they did something like that, because it would give us more of that like insight that we would need for later shit. And you guys, you novel readers know what I'm talking about, because I know some people were complaining about not having certain bits of information that was only in side stories or in the EX stories, not in the main story, meaning you had to read the side stuff to understand some of the important major shit that's happening without like full. Okay, I'm not trying to yap. Goddamn. But I mean, for you guys here, you know, anime or anime onlys and like novel readers, it's still like an open discussion. Like I try not to spoil anything. You know, I talk to my anime onlys. I also talk to my like my novel readers, because like I said, I do know a lot. Like I've read quite a bit, but some of the info like I'm a little bit like fuzzy on. Like in arc 5, like I know the majority of like this shit. Like arc 6 is pretty ingrained. Like arc 6 is pretty ingrained in my fucking memory bank. So is arc 7 and 8. So like I may forget minor things. So some of my reactions is not just like the anticipation for something happening. It's more like, oh shit, oh I forgot that this happens. I forgot this happens here. Oh shit, wait, so that means, and like the whole like I mentioned this like a little bit earlier, but like we like a few episodes ago when Subaru's leg first got, you know, fucked up, and I was like wait, novel readers, do you guys like know when this happens? And I was referencing how in this episode that he gets his hand fucked up too, and I forgot how and when it happened, and like until Subaru came up, and I was like, oh shit, okay, wait, I remember now. But yeah, so it's like little moments like that where I'm still very thoroughly engaged. Obviously, like, you know, last episode I was bawling my fucking eyes out. I think I may have been one of the people who cried the hardest to this episode, like as far as like a reaction channel, because like I did watch a couple other people's reactions. I do like to consume other people's reactions, like to give support, no matter how big or small the channels are. It's really nice to see like people loving ReZero, talking about ReZero, experiencing it. Like, but I digress. But yeah, I just want my reactions and my post reaction commentary to be a little bit more involved, because I don't necessarily like to pause while I'm watching the show, necessarily like to sit and digest, mostly because it's a little bit extra for me to like do in like editing, and I'm already gonna make these videos long as shit, so I'm like, okay, wait, I can just watch the episode through, entire raw uncut reaction, and then I just talk about it. And that's like one of the things I like to do the most, because it's raw, it's like fresh right here, it's like fresh in my head. Plus I'm sitting here, I'm like skipping through, I'm like getting all the scenes again, so it's like if there's moments that I really want to focus on and talk about, I can sit and talk about it. Now again, the whole thing with Wilhelm and like his wife's backstory of losing her powers like during the fight, it was tragic, and him blaming Reinhardt for it was like cruel as fuck. He knows it was cruel as fuck, and it's just like a lot of shit. It's a lot. Like I can talk about the whole Wilhelm, Teresia, Reinhardt situation dynamic for a fucking hour. Like I can yap about that shit. But I also want to touch on how Felix feels right now when it comes to Cruche and her condition, because when Subaru first came in and he saw how down bad she was, you can see the look on his fucking face. It was absolutely diabolical, and I felt bad just looking at him, looking at her, because he knows that he came out of it relatively unscathed. I mean, yeah, sure, his foot is fucking weird, and it's like, you know, deeply affected by the black blood, but for the most part, you know, he's kind of winning from it. He can move around, like he doesn't need like the healing factors from, or like the healing abilities from Felix. He can just sit, run on it. It's actually even stronger. You know, he's able to do just as much shit as he could before, if not more. And meanwhile, Cruche, she just got like a little bit dripped on her face, and now her entire body was cooked. So that just goes to show that, you know, maybe it was like that interaction between the curses from the mob beast from season 1, arc 2, and the interaction of the black blood that actually maybe helped him out, and maybe just him having like some authorities in there, you know, because we know like the influence of the witch / like him having the authority of sloth maybe can play some, you know, roles in him not being too affected by certain abilities. But we know that he's not completely immune, because as we saw in season 1, that when he first encountered Sloth, he wasn't able to see the unseen hand. So we're not sure how all of these different interactions with the witch cult are going to go. I mean, even with the authority of wrath, like he's very clearly affected by that, even though he himself has an authority. And, you know, it also goes to show that maybe, like, how would the other Sin Archbishop's authorities interact with each other? Like, if they're even able to be affected. I mean, obviously, you know, nothing can affect Regulus, and Regulus can just inflict physical damage on people. He doesn't need to go mental, he doesn't need to go metaphysical, he can just physically like fuck people up. But we are not sure about how maybe like the authority of wrath would work on Regulus. He's already a crash out. We don't need him to become even more of a crash out. And Lust, we're not sure if Lust can transform the other Sin Archbishops. So just with that in mind, the curse took a very different toll on Cruche, as we can see. And like, there was absolutely nothing that Felix can do. Just him opening up the door and just seeing how bloody he was, and just seeing how bloody the entire like bed was, you know that she was going fucking through it. She still is, like, barely able to speak and barely able to raise her hand. And, you know, Subaru, and this is my fucking goat. Like, I know he's your goat too. He's both our goats, you know. But the fact that bro pulls up and, you know, just trying to touch her, realizes that he's able to. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh my god, chat. Okay, wait. Damn it! There's so much, like, I'm not gonna say this is necessarily foreshadowing or anything, but it's very interesting that in this moment, novel readers. Okay, all right, look. So whenever I do this for my anime only, just know that I might say something that could potentially include or foreshadow spoilers. This basically means spoilers. So if you see me doing this, it means be careful in the next like 10 seconds. Now, okay, so him being able to touch Cruche and alleviating her of her burden. I'm not gonna say like this is me reaching, but could that have been some foreshadowing to a certain thing? A certain thing? Could that have been a little bit of foreshadowing to, you know what I'm talking about? Like now that I'm caught up with Arc 9, it makes me want to go back and see what little bits of shit may have been like potentially foreshadowed or referenced. But him taking on the burden of someone else, all right, anime onlys, you're good. You're good. Okay. Damn. But anyway, God, fuck. Like, me just going through this episode, I don't know if it's just because, like, I'm so fresh off of the other arcs that, like, I'm just thinking about stuff now. Because it has been a minute since I've reconsumed the contents of Arc 5 specifically. Like, I tried to go back and like, reread it, and, like, I got to a certain point, and I was like, I just want to get the Arc 6. So I just, like, skipped, like, a bit, and, like, because, like, on the reread, not, like, the first read, like, when I was, like, rereading it. Don't get me wrong, Arc 5 is absolutely fucking cinema, but like my erection for Arc 6 just knows no bounds. And I know the novel readers, I know we keep hyping this shit up, but anime onlys, I swear to whatever god you believe in that this shit is gonna change your fucking life. Anyway, I love the fact that Subaru took on her burden and then without a second thought was just like, ooh, okay, this shit hurt. And like that face that he made, that shit was insane. That shit was insane work. It might be the thumbnail. It might. But seeing how just like his touch was able to alleviate so much. Like, obviously she's not just like completely cured, but looking at her state, she looks way better now than she did mere moments before he walked in. So whatever the fuck he was doing, like literally it took his whole arm, turned it black, bro, and he was like, oh, this, don't worry about this, come here. Like, he probably could have fully healed her, which, you know, like she was such a fucking champ for, like, and a real one for saying like, yo, look, man, don't do this, because we don't know like the outcome. We don't know what's gonna happen if your entire body gets fucking compromised. And even going forward, you know, like if his entire body becomes, you know, like that curse, like his leg and his arm, and he essentially has like these crazy regenerative abilities, then that's going to nullify, essentially return by death. So this works as a double-edged sword. Yes, sure, he's able to take on the burden of Cruche and make her a lot better, but at the potential risk of him not being able to use his greatest ability, his greatest asset, bar none. So it's actually really fucking good writing that they kind of pulled this out like this, because it shows how realistic that is. And he himself, he wasn't even thinking or considering something like that in that moment. He just wanted to save Cruche. And even if it meant potentially giving up like his ability, not saying that he was thinking about it like this in that moment, but he didn't give it a second thought. He was like, hey, I'm here for you. And it's just so heartwarming and endearing. Like, everyone's down bad right now. And leave it to fucking Subaru to be the one to be like, look, man, I'd win. God damn, this shit's fucking peak. This shit's so fucking peak. If I don't say this shit's peak every like 5 minutes, then you know it's not me. It's not me. It's not Goku. So okay, so I'm skipping past the Wilhelm. I actually talked about that out of order. I spoke about the Wilhelm stuff before the Cruche shit, even though the Cruche moment happened before the Wilhelm talk. But anyway, let's see. Now, yeah, I think that the matchups are pretty good as far as like who's supposed to be fighting the Witch Cult. So it makes the most sense that Garfield. Oh, also your boy Garfield fighting Kurgan. Kurgan's from Wallachia. Kurgan was supposedly one of the strongest motherfuckers in Wallachia. We've only heard about Wallachia, right? We don't know about Wallachia yet in the anime. We don't know about Wallachia yet in the anime. But the fact that your boy Garf was assigned like, look, you gotta box Kurgan, one of the greatest warriors of Wallachia. My novel readers, where y'all at? Where y'all at? Come on. You know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking what you're thinking, bro. Like, why is like the fucking foreshadowing and like the fucking writing so diabolical in ReZero? Like, why is this shit so fucking insane? And then let's just talk about, you know, we already know our like broken hero Reinhardt. Bro was like, hold on, wait, Bro was like, I have been blessed. Like, bro literally said, hold on, I got it. Like, dude, this motherfucker's fucking broken. It's absolutely fucking insane. It's absolutely fucking insane the work that my boy did. He literally asked for divine protection and got that bitch. Like, what? He was like, oh, I now have the ability judgment. I am able to see what abilities my opponent has by looking at them. Oh, Liliana has telepathy. So do I. Like, and bro, like, God, like, broken Reinhardt, Jesus fucking Christ. And people think, like, okay, I know, like, versus battles people have done, you know, versus battle shit involving Reinhardt and other characters. It's interesting to think, it's not so much that Reinhardt can just beat any character. Reinhardt, based on his kit and his ability to get new abilities. Let's say if like you take the rules from both worlds and apply them to one world, even just applying the rules of Lagunica, like Lagna, ReZero to Reinhardt, but in any verse, he's harder to kill than he is to than other people would be. Or wait, it's harder to kill Reinhardt. It's much harder to beat Reinhardt than it is for Reinhardt to beat fiction, right? It's harder for fiction to beat Reinhardt than it is for Reinhardt to beat fiction, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not saying that he has like the attack potency of fucking Goku, you know, just wiping out universes like with a fucking flick. No, he's not. But it's harder for people to put him down permanently than him put them down. And depending on like what type of shit Top 8 writes next, this motherfucker could wish for some universal level shit. Who fucking knows? He's already fucking immortal. We know about like the Phoenix. I mean, anyway. So yeah. Liliana Priscilla versus Wrath. We have Wilhelm versus, you know, Teresia. Garf versus Kurgan. Reinhardt and Subaru versus Regulus, which honestly, oh my god, I can't wait for this. This is probably gonna, like, this fight, anime onlys. This fight is, this shit's gonna be fucking crazy. Like, for context, like, remember, and like I think this is so fucking insane that dude, we're only 2 seasons, like, or sorry, we're 3 seasons in. First season finale, we had Subaru teaming up with Julius, the greatest of knights, to beat Sloth. And that was IMO top 15 favorite anime fights. Like, that shit went fucking crazy. The animation, the sound design, the fucking voice acting, the fucking art style, like everything, the fucking build up, the story, the plot behind it. This was a fight. Okay, I mean, no, I'm not gonna yap. I'm not gonna yap. But that fight was essentially built up over the course of the fucking entire season. That shit was masterful. This fucking fight between Subaru and Regulus, or Subaru and Reinhardt versus Regulus, this shit has been subtly built up since season 2, episode 1, when Rem went. That shit was being built up since then. Why? Who the fuck was there when baby girl got put to sleep? And then the entire season not even blinking into their fucking like world and direction. We didn't know what the fuck the archbishops were doing during season 2. Season 2, Super was getting fucking cooked by Roswell. And just now, 8 episodes into season 3, we're like, oh yeah, we about to put the hands on you, Reggie. We're about to put the hands on you, Reggie. And it couldn't have been like one like a better matchup, because without getting into anything like too crazy, you know, it's like the most powerful being Reinhardt versus the invincible being Regulus. It's like, yeah, you know, how do you go about that? It'd be a fucking stalemate, because like neither one would be able to permanently put them each down without knowing their weaknesses. But even then, Reinhardt basically has no weaknesses, so it's just like it would just be an infinite fight. But Subaru's knowledge may come into play of things that we are not able to understand. But I digress. This is already almost like an hour. Y'all know how I am. You know, your boy, we like to yap. We like to talk. And by all means, like, I love it when you guys leave like the comments. Like, also, by the way, thank you. We just hit 1,700 subscribers. I know it's like a small milestone. Like, we were just at 1,600 something, but considering like where I started till now, especially in the past like couple months, you guys have been showing such amazing fucking support for these videos. Like, I love you guys. I really do appreciate that you guys come back, even if it's just for the ReZero. And I love and appreciate you guys who come up just for the streams. I appreciate you all nonetheless. But yeah, we hit 1,700. Like, let's roll to 2K. Roll to 2K. If you're watching this and you haven't been subscribed, come on, my dudes. Come on. Just do it. Just do it. It's a click. It's a click. You can watch some reactions, pull up and talk shit with me in streams, and we can talk about like some shit. I'm not gonna get into it. But I love communicating and interacting with you guys in the comments. So please leave as many comments as fucking possible. Yap. Cause I'll yap back. If you guys look at the comments, like you see like someone make a fat ass comment, and I'll post an even fatter fucking comment, because like I love to talk and interact with you guys. I love the engagement. But let's go further in. Julius versus Gluttony. That's going to be an interesting fight. Well, Julius and Ricardo. We can't forget our boy Ricardo, because motherfuckers are gonna be mad at me in the comments. Oh, you forgot Ricardo. But and then just the fact that while everyone was, you know, getting assigned their roles for the fight, Garfield very solemnly and wholesomely asked, like, please protect and fight for my boy. Protect my boss, my captain. And that shit meant so much, because, you know, Garfield's been going through it emotionally. He's been going through so much fucking turmoil. I can't even look, like, everyone's been going through it. Like, everyone feels like they're the main characters of, God damn, fucking Ricardo's legs are fucking massive. Jesus Christ. I'm just like skipping through just like random scenes and just looking at these fucking thick ass quads in the background. But yeah, so everyone's been going through it. Like, there's so much emotional stress on every fucking character. It's like Subaru, Cruche, Felix, Wilhelm, Reinhardt, Garfield, I almost said a name that I was not supposed to say. Anastasia. Fucking ow, dude. Like, everyone's going through it. Like, Emilia, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm just like, you can count on me. Reinhardt's such a real one, dude. Feel free to get your hopes up too. I'm placing all my hopes in you too. Oh my god, this shit's fucking peak. But okay, I'll end it with like the whole marriage crashing thing, dude. Regulus is a fucking crash out. Now this, like I said, this is gonna be like the last of the bit that I'll like yap about before I end the video, or wrap up the video, might I say. But the reason why in the earlier episodes you guys may have noticed me mentioning or saying that the wife 184 was showing too much emotions and stuff, it's because, as Regulus said in this episode, one of the conditions for his wives is they are not allowed to express any types of emotion, and it's because he values them like for a very shallow reason. Like, he's such a fucking hypocrite, like, if we go into this like conversation. But Regulus being so fucking horny only to acknowledge like the women for their beauty and saying like, oh yeah, I want you for my wife because you're so pretty. Now, because your face naturally is just pretty, I don't want you to express any types of emotions, because that will then make you ugly. It's not going to be the same pretty of your neutral face. That being said, if you make any fucking subtle moves or emotions, he said, from the neck down, gone. Damn. That shit's fucking heavy, bro. That shit's so fucking heavy. It's come on. So Emilia doing her little yap speech, when I was reading this shit, I was like, bro, you are about to get killed. Subaru's gonna have to return by death on fucking sight. He's gonna come in like, where's Emilia? Oh no! Like, he's gonna instantly return by death. It's gonna be fucking like, and then like potentially seeing like someone like Reinhardt's reaction to seeing Subaru just watching Emilia, like, or seeing Emilia being dead and then just like instantly kill himself, not knowing what the fuck's happening. Like, it'd be a fucking shit show, you know? Like, if the worlds were actually going to continue after when Subaru died, like, just after some of those, like, those self-deletes, that shit is actually diabolical, right? Now, like, let's talk about this fucking hypocrite that is Regulus corny ass, right? This motherfucker is saying, like, look, man, so for that reason, I don't want you to make any types of, like, emotions. I want you to stay in line. Like, you have some shit to say to me, I have some shit to say to you, and it's something you should know, you know, for being one of my wives. And his fucking face as he's saying that, like, he doesn't want you to feel any emotions. And it's problematic because, you know, when I was mentioning that 184 was doing it, it's like, dude, if he caught her showing any types of emotions, might as well be GG, which, yikes. And it was just so interesting that Emilia was actually able to break the character, essentially, of 184 to that degree. Like, not saying like, oh, like mind break or anything like NTR or some shit like that, you know. It's more so just with her strong will, her determination, I guess that's interchangeable, her almost childlike innocence, and her ability to not want to leave any of the wives behind despite not even knowing them, just knowing a little bit about their situation. It almost, like, you could say that it gave 184 like a false hope, or like a sense of hope that maybe it would be better for them to escape, because then, like, either she escapes and then all the wives get killed, or, you know, like, whatever, you know, we can speculate about it. But she was starting to show too much emotion around Emilia, and that could have been very problematic if she had shown emotion in front of Regulus, which he knows not to do. But the fact that they've probably been married for like what, at least like some years now, because like they all look fairly young. I don't think that they necessarily age slower or anything due to Greed's authority, but still, suffice to say, like, if she's been like that for so long, it's hard to believe anything that a normal person would be able to do could inspire such hope or like despair in a character like that who's already lost all that she loves and holds dear. But then here we come, here goes Emilia with like such newfound resolve after season 2 that like this character would be completely different if not for the events of season 2. And I know like I don't really talk about it a lot because like I always glaze Rem, and like I sometimes like talk about like Emilia, but Emilia in her own right is an incredibly well done character. She has had like insane amounts of character development, like from season 1 to season 2 till now. Like there's so much that's different now, and like I can't say enough about Emilia's like change in her development, even in the face of Regulus, who she doesn't even know all of what he's capable of. She's seen a little bit. She does know that he's a fucking threat, and not to take him lightly because he can do a lot. But she was still willing to say what she had to say, being true to herself, true to her heart, and like the stuff that she was saying about like Subaru, it's like the whole nickname thing. Like he calls his wives 184. He's not necessarily acknowledging who they were before, just who they are now, and that's in a way like very hypocritical because like he's being shallow by not giving them something as personal as a genuine nickname outside of just like the cruel like way of just numbering them, like, oh, you're my first wife, you're my second wife, you're my 35th, you're my 89th, you're my 69th, like blah blah blah. It's not the same naming or naming scheme that's like a sign of affection that Emilia has, or that Subaru has to Emilia. And she even goes on to say that like sometimes he calls me Emilia Tan, sometimes just Emilia, but I know that when he calls me Emilia Tan that it's special. And she can acknowledge that like the amount of love, oh my god, oof, the amount of love, care, and like his genuine raw feelings that he has for her that do not ever wane. Let's quickly look back at the OVA, or like the frozen, not frozen bonds, Memory Snow. No, Memory Snow. Yeah. It was like the episode when Puck was having his magic release period. At the very end of that episode, Emilia was talking about how she'd like to do the same thing, the next year, like with the magic release period. And Puck was saying like, yeah, hopefully like if nothing bad happens and I don't have to, use a lot of my mana, like if there's nothing crazy that happens in the next year, then yeah, sure, we can have it. But then he went on to be very blunt and I'd say a bit cold and harsh, even though it was kind of coming from like a good spot, that everything that had happened up until that point in season 1, as far as like Subaru like sacrificing himself in many ways to protect Emilia and protect the mansion and all this shit, were all the indirect causes, or the indirect like problems that she caused. And it's hard to say that he would want to stand by your side when he has so many visual wounds. God, it was so weird to say that. And that entire time, it didn't show her facial expression. It just showed her like subtle movements as she was like fixing like the tapestry or the blanket. And I think that's such like an incredible detail to look back on, because yeah, all of those injuries on him were indirect like responses to like him trying to save her and do stuff for her. And for her to think that he's doing all this shit for her sake, or that he's doing all this stuff for her sake, and she doesn't realize why yet. And then like the whole capital thing happened and like all the shit's happening. It's like, damn, dude, yeah, he's been doing a lot for me, and would he stand by me a year from now? And this is almost like the kind of follow-up to that. Like this monologue that she gives, this bit of dialogue, is, for me, it feels like it's the follow-up to that moment, because she's literally saying like, yeah, he does everything for me. Like he's my knight, you know, he's like my number one knight. Like all of this stuff, all of this praise, all of this shit that she can so happily, boastfully say about him in front of arguably like the strongest villain that they've been yet to encounter, other than Pandora. And she can say this with confidence, and she knows like no matter what happens, no matter what's said and done, her knight's going to come and save her. So not only that, but just like these small things about like the whole nickname thing, and like her not fully understanding or knowing what it's like to love, what it's like to feel like love like in this way. Obviously she loves her mother. She loved Juice before, you know, he went insane. She loved Puck, obviously, but this is a type of love that she's yet to fully understand how it works. And she made the declaration, like, I mean, like, I think it's like the name of the episode too, but like, I know the one who I'm gonna love. And she's saying like, yeah, when people get married, it's supposed to be happy, like between like man and woman, blah blah blah. And although she can't reciprocate these feelings to Subaru yet, she knows that when she can love someone, who it's gonna be. And that is just one of the most beautiful fucking lines, man. It's such fucking peak. It's such fucking peak. I just wanted to like talk a little bit of shit like about how good of a character Emilia is, and just her growth and how much shit has happened concerning her. Because I mean, shit, Emilia is like pretty much the driving force behind this fucking anime. And it goes to show she's just not some incompetent, like, you know, fucking airhead, strong, busty bimbo. You know, she's like an actually well fleshed out, well developed character who has like flaws and has like lots of strengths that, you know, with time she comes to sharpen like the things that she's like good at, and she's come to overcome a lot of those flaws that she's had. And it's all thanks to Subaru being there for her. And it's just so fucking insane. It's so fucking insane. I love this anime. This is like peak show. And then lastly, you know, we end this shit. Then we end this shit with fucking Subaru and Reinhardt busting down that goddamn door. This motherfucker, look, other than Goku, I think this motherfucker Subaru has the absolute best fucking entrances in fiction. I'm sorry. It's peak. It's peak. Everything's fucking peak. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up there. This has been your boy Shaq, aka Black Goku. You know what to do. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell as well, because I know you like ReZero. I know you're bricked up for this shit. I know. So stay here with me for this shit. I know that we're not going to get any more content, you know, until February. But if you guys want, comment below. I can make more ReZero content. Making ReZero content, that shit's free. I can farm this shit, man. I can farm some ReZero content, because like there's quite a lot of shit that I want to talk about. There's quite a lot of shit that I'd love to talk about with you guys. And look, just let me know. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Until next time, peace.